Hey guys, back again. Today is October 15th, 2025. Um just a little progress entry. Today is going to be called Step by Step. Um Today I took the time. So, it's kind of going back to like the confidence and financial thing. Um Today I decided to work on building my skills again with coding. I went and spent some time on an app called Mimo. Um, Pretty simplistic to use. It helps you really engage in different languages. It uses a lot of front end and back end languages. So that's what I've been trying to learn in the process of like starting the app that I talked about last time. But something I realized today is at first I was going to jump because I had a project that I had unfinished. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a while since I've touched it. And I was thinking, I was just like, oh, I want to jump back into it, make it seem like it's a very productive day. But at the same time, I was so unpolished with all the skills because I haven't touched coding in a while. Like, I haven't coded in a while. So it was just like, I couldn't do that. Like, even if I did, I'd be jumping into something I didn't completely understand. So I was like, okay, you know what? I have to go back and repolish these skills, go through the old practices and things like that. And it seemed mundane because it's like, oh, I already learned this before. But the concepts weren't sitting in my head because I haven't practiced them for so long. So the reason why I called it step by step is because a lot of the times with a lot of the ideas I've had in the past and even now, like I always try to look at like the bigger picture. Like, oh, for example, with like YouTube, I have another channel. I'm like, oh, I want this many followers or this many views. But at the same time, it's not like I'm gonna get it instantly. Like I've only put out like I think 5 videos on that channel, and like I can't expect for me to have 10K with 5 videos. Like I'm not that known. So basically, it's just like acknowledging like, okay, I have to start out with the little steps and love the little steps, because I remember the verse. It was Luke 16 verse 10. If you are faithful with little, you'll be faithful with much. If you are dishonest with much, little, you'll be dishonest with much. And I kind of took that and applied it to my own life because it's just like, if I'm not able to go ahead and do as much as I can with the little opportunities that I have, like, with being able to learn how to code, because not a lot of people have a laptop. I have the opportunity with the laptop and I have a program that's open and available for me to code and, do these little things. How can I expect for me to have the end goals that I want? Whether it be like numbers or just being in a certain state of life, being at like whether it become to like relationships, you're not going to be able to have a happy relationship if you don't go through the little mundane things like making sure you have effective communication, even when sometimes you may not want to, having those awkward conversations and things like that. And, with money, like, learning to manage your money in a proper way. And then if you're scaling a business, you got to do the little things like advertising, marketing, making sure you take care of those avenues consistently, making sure that your customers are satisfied depending on what type of business you're running. So, that's just something I wanted to take in internally today, just keep myself focused on taking the little steps. So yeah, with today, I did it with this homework as well, just making sure I just try to build a habit of loving the little steps and loving the little experiences, so that if it comes time to, I'm going to say not even if, when it comes time to, because I'm willing to work for what I want. It's just a matter of me just like consistently showing up. But when I get there, it's just like I'm gonna learn to appreciate all the little steps that I took to be able to get to that certain spot, so that I can be able to do the things that I've always wanted to do. It takes a time, it takes process, but I think realistically, like learning to love the little steps is very, very essential, especially in the beginning of any journey that you're endeavoring in your life. But yeah, that's all I have to document for today. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see this consistently with my documentation as well. But yeah, that's all for today.